The drone technology nowadays is set to revolutionize the way information about the soil fertility and how it actually influences the crop growth with many accurate and location specific information is going to be discussed in this video. When the agriculture drones are related to find out the aerial imagery or to study the topography of a cropland and with detailed high resolution mapping is called as field topography. So such images are actually used to decide about the crop species, planting density and the irrigation strategy. So the as a first step, we are going to survey the land. So the first step, we are going to survey the land, and once the land has been surveyed, the next step is to develop the 3D images showing the contours and plots. So once we develop the images, we go for the detailed soil maps. So this maps actually shows the soil weathering, texture, color, then the surface features of the field and the spots with soil erosion and such other organic mm, which is applied to the soil. So this and all is given by the drone by taking the images using the sensors fixed in it. So they are actually required to obtain the aerial imagery of a particular location with its soil features. So the farmers actually prefer the drone system, which is actually compact and simple to use, which is through which they are able to adapt the procedures in a simple way for the soil. So in this picture, you can actually see the drones and sensors, which is actually used to study the agriculture soils. The first one is the Eclipse, then we have the cameras, and the last one is going to be Aztec copter. So generally, these drones are actually tested and adopted to measure the soil traits. So the main focus is to access the soil traits related to the fertility. So this fertility maps is actually derived using the global positioning system, that is the GPS tagged combine harvesters that could be overloaded using the sensors or drones. Uh, the drone images, which is actually depicts the normalized difference vegetation index and the green normalized difference vegetation index, that is GNDVI, and leaf chlorophyll. So when we see about in the recent years, the soil electrical conductivity, which is the main indicator, has been used to overlay with maps which actually depicts the characteristics of the soil. So the main aim is to arrive at the appropriate recommendations for the management focus and the yield forecast. How much is the soil is good to produce the good crops is being seen through the soil fertility mapping. So these are going to be the other copters and the sensors as we saw in the last picture slide. So here we can see the soil fertility map, which is overlaid with topography and the crop growth. So this is actually the map of the particular area where we are going to see the soil fertility.